I think we're going to do some building today, and I'm going to introduce you all to a new friend. Stay tuned. Okay, so here we are, back in Vaygrim's Chance. Nice Saturday episode. There's my buddy Cam over there. That is my new second account. I've had him for a couple of weeks now. Haven't really put some use to him. He is going to fix some of the time-lapse problems. So, I think what I'm going to do today, I'm just going to hop over here. I want to make a, let's see. Now, one thing of stone, I've got no glass. I'm going to put this right here. And I think there's going to be a step up here. Let's see. I want this to be... I've got my handy-dandy jetpack on this episode, and I am so happy that all of you were actually able to join me this time. We've got a lot in store, but one of the things I want to do, let's see, it's going to be 1, 2, 3 right there, which means 4. So that is going to leave a little bit on the outside. Yeah. We are making some hydroponics. Specifically, we're going to make a multi-tiered greenhouse so we can actually automate. 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to have a little bit on the outsides, so I have enough space to go around. Can I reach? Yes, I can. So what I'm going to do is actually do some building. Oh, I love my hover mode. Down here, on the back end of the platform, we are going to get started on the greenhouse. I've been wanting to do this for a long time. Better growth space in general means that we are going to be able to become even more self-sufficient. I'm going to make use of more food growth. I'm going to do magical crops, which is going to be, whoa, I need more. Really, really good. And my buddy Cam over there is going to help me out. That skin, by the way, is by my buddy Vexitos. He has helped me with that, and I greatly appreciate it. He's got that one big eye. That's what makes him a really good cameraman. So, let's get started. I'm just going to make the foundation here and see what I think. What do I think about that? What do I think? You know what? First thing I think is I want to change this out. And I'm going to pull out my handy-dandy wand. Let's see. Hold down F. Where is the... Do I have the equal trade? I have equal trade in already. Oh, you know what I need to do? That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I need to swap out for the Silk Touch. Which one is this one? Portable hole. Equal trade. There we go. Here we go. Now, this is one of those things that I really think is kind of silly. There is no Silk Touch for the Wand of Equal Trade. And I think that's kind of dumb. But that's me. So, I think that's going to be the base. I'm going to build it up from here. So, I'm going to get some materials together. And we're going to get going. Be right back. Okay, so we've got 5 floors of a nice tall structure that we can actually make use of here. Now, a lot of people always gripe at me for not just increasing the size of farms. Since I'm actually going to be using Mine Factory Reloaded, they always ask me, why don't you just upgrade the range? Why don't you just make it give a bigger area? Well, one, because of building aesthetics, I kind of like the small, compact farms. It makes it easier to manage. Number 2, there are actual still bugs in Mine Factory Reloaded. With some of those, sometimes they glitch out and they stop planting in certain rows or certain areas. So it's not exactly refined science. I know that a planter and a harvester will work on a 3x3 space 100% of the time, every time. That's what I'm looking for. I'm going to be doing a lot of small things. There's going to be some stuff I'm only going to be growing in 1 square, and we're just going to let it run all the time. So I don't see why we really need a mass plot. I kind of like this vertical design better. We're going to have one. Let's see, this is going to be the 2nd floor, 3rd floor, 4th floor, and the 5th floor right here. And I'm probably going to put maybe a ladder or an elevator block right here on each floor. I think that might be really good. But one thing that I actually need to go research now is what we're going to plant on. Now, I know that sounds a little crazy, but I can't remember. We do not have random things. And that is one of those mods that I keep telling myself I need to put in. But as it stands right now, we do not have fertilized soil. This is going to be interesting. Now, I think it works on origin grass. I'm pretty sure. You know what I need to do first is I need to check and see. Actually, I want to do that. Dye essence. Nope. One of those. Get all this and put it aside. And let's get one of those. Go find some origin grass, shall we? If origin grass is going to work, well, I'll be. Huh. Okay, so there's a distinct possibility that that is actually an option. And I know I've got some origin grass stowed away. I need to find a better aesthetic than torches. I think those torches look horrible, but it's what I had on hand, so I went ahead and made use of them. I think I have. Here we go. Actually, I'm just going to grab that stack. First things first. I am going to light this thing up. Let's do it this way. It's a little bit easier. And we can do it like that. Now let's see. I think that's absolute center. Now I wanted to come back down here and trim this bottom just a little bit. I like this kind of indented. What I might do is get either some stairs or some carpenter's blocks and really go to town on this. Maybe just some slabs. I could always get some stone slabs. Or some brick slabs. I think that'd look real nice. So, we've got this actually set up now. And this makes me feel very happy. Okay, you know what I need to do actually? One design aesthetic that I have here. Little bit different, but it's the same as all these other ones over here. So yeah. Now I'm going to build another one of these in just a minute. How did I miss an entire side? Let me go get some more of those things. I'm going to... whoops, wrong way. Build another one of those right on the other side. So we're going to have clones, 2 of them, right together to kind of balance out, add some symmetry to things. Whoa, there we go. And that's going to be real nice. That's one of the other reasons why I decided not to make it small. Specifically, I mean, not to make it huge, because then I would really only need one on one side. And I like the idea of having some symmetry, balancing. So probably here in a little bit, I'm going to make another one of these right over here, and then we can start getting them set up. I'll be right back. So, it's been a number of days and a number of tweets since the segment earlier in the video. Our time lapse was filmed earlier in the week in anticipation for putting out an episode on Friday of last week. And shortly thereafter, I started running across problems with the world save. As you can see now, it's working. But I was basically running across a problem where I had 2 mods that were accessing the OR dictionary at world load up at the same time. One was writing to the OR dictionary, while the other was reading from it, and that was causing problems. The world itself was crashing on loadout, and the only mod that ever got accused in the process was Applied Energistics 1. Now, whether Applied Energistics 1 was at fault or not, I can't say specifically. I'm not that much of an expert, but I had some of the smartest people that I know of look at the crash logs and try and figure things out, and they weren't sure how to solve the problem. Previously, I'd had this problem, and I solved it by having to erase my player dot, which in my mind now, I don't think actually solved the problem. I think it was a coincidence that the save started working again. So my basic theory is that at world load up, every once in a while, something is going into my Applied Energistics system, and it is causing a problem if I log out while my minecart is loading into the Applied Energistics system at save. That's my theory anyway. I don't actually know if it's correct or not. So I have been working on the assumptions that if it is Applied Energistics, I couldn't get the problem solved. Support for that mod has stopped. Applied Energistics 2 is out, and the world is marching on to 1.7.2. And I think time is ticking out for this world. But there's a couple of projects that I really wanted to see done before I called it quits. So, what I'm going to do is put out some episodes to kind of round out and finish off Season 1 while I'm preparing for Season 2. And this is a big deal for me. Season 2 is going to be in 1.7.2, and it's going to have the very same spirit that made this mod pack initially. Smaller, more streamlined, more restrictive. And that's what I'm going to work with. So, keep your eyes out for that. But this world's not doomed yet. I want to finish the spear. I want to get the greenhouses going. I'm going to do this one, get it tricked out. Next episode, I'll probably do this one right here. And I'm going to start getting green space going in here. Now, what you'll see is that I've got these really wonderful stone lamps from Railcraft going all the way up the sides of the building, all the way around. On the top, I've got 4. And I even have a little bit of extra green space for some trees up here. Something I'm very, very excited about. This is origin grass. I can plant anything on it, trees, crops. I know that MFR will plant on it because I had it being used over there with my tree farm. Every single one of these, whoopsie, is a 3x3 plot all the way down. And, yeah, all the way down to bottom level. I have elevators going straight up the center. And, as you can see, I mean, straight up the center of this front side. And, as you can see, whoopsie, it lets me get up and down nice and easily to the different levels. But in theory, once I get this set up, it's going to be entirely automated. What I'm actually going to have is a little building right off of here that I'm going to link both of these to, and it is going to become the storehouse for everything grown here. I might link the main AE system to it. I'm not sure. That would mean that it would, in theory, be taking more power. But we'll see if we get that far. The big thing now is I'm going to have this building here. I'm going to have another one like it right over here. And then I'm going to have a storehouse of barrels that are going to be upgraded with the Void upgrade, which means that these can run 24/7, and I won't have to worry about anything in regards to the barrels being overrun, running out of supplies, nothing. It will all run and self-maintain, and that's the goal for this episode and next. I'm thinking about in between making a little connecting platform and putting some more of my absolute favorite Mekanism wind turbines. That way this entire end of the building can be self-sufficient. I think that's probably going to be my next project right here. But I really am happy with how that came out. I'm very impressed with it in the grand scheme of things. I think it looks good. A lot of people, by the way, ask me why I insist on doing 3x3 plots with MFR. Well, first thing, an MFR planter and a harvester, they can be upgraded to address larger plots. That is totally true. But point number one, I want a compact build. I want a small number of crops. Or, I mean, I want a large variety, but small numbers per crop. So I only want to have one square that's devoted to coal plants, or one square that's devoted to iron from magical crops, or whatever the case may be. I don't want to have a 3x3. I want to keep it simple. I want to keep it streamlined. Point number two is the fact that those actual upgrades on the machines can actually bug out and start doing really weird things. If I have a harvester and I've got any log wood structure nearby, those harvesters with upgrades in them can actually end up doing real strange stuff. And I'm not a fan of them. So, what we're going to do here is we're just going to have a lot of harvesters and planters. And we're going to keep it simple. We're going to keep it small. And I think that's the best way to do it. So, yeah. So, keeping that in mind, I'm going to step off camera real quick. I'm going to make some wind turbines to wrap this episode up. And we're going to move on from there. Be right back. So, I'm just going to charge my jetpack real quick. Ish. That's going to take a minute. Well, that's going. Let me show you what I got going on here. I've got wired up all the way through the bottom, all the way through the top. There's a planter right under the center block, just like there is here. They are cross-connected through. There's a facade right there hiding that. Coming up through the bottom, we've got a one windmill powering this whole setup. And I think it's okay for, oh God, for power. I can't remember. Can I? Nah, I really need to make that battery more, oh gosh, acceptable. Do I have a solution to get back up there? Slow fall gives you a lot of time to think. Wood. Nope. Just gonna have to swim it. Let's go over here. Need to make you more use of that hoy. Need to go on a road trip. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, that was a hilarious mistake. Let me see if my jetpack is charged yet. It is just finished. Perfect timing. Okay. Let's get over here and see what kind of trouble we can cause. Now, I've got... There we go. Much better. Yeah, see, I've got a wind turbine that is, suffice it to say, covering all the power needs real nicely because we are so high up. We get a lot of extra bonus power, which I definitely love. So, there's a planter right there all the way up through the middle. We've got this coming up through. Now, you cannot grab. These machines don't have an inventory. So you cannot grab from an MFR machine using an item pipe. It just won't cooperate. So that's why you have to have a chest there. Now, I've considered putting something nicer there, like a Oh, a safe from carpenter's block. That might be nice. And we could probably use a glass block on it to make it almost transparent. That could be cool. You can input and output from those. MFR machines will cooperate with them. The only hitch is those things require iron blocks to work, and I don't have that much iron right now to spare. So we have origin grass as our planting medium, which is really nice. Now what here? This is the top interior level, and I've got wheat being grown. It's being planted from beneath. Let me go one down. This is the actual planter. You see, I'm just sticking it in there. If you just leave that blank, it'll fill all the slots with it. No big deal. I think with that, you can actually do something like... But whatever. So, here's the important thing, though. Sticky mode. The only place that seeds will get delivered is here. For right now, when I put another actual delivery point on this, then I'll put sticky mode there for everything as well, or I'll just take sticky mode off, one of the two. And, yeah, for right now I have sticky mode to where that means that this doesn't end up here. It only ends up here. Those seeds end up here. They don't end up in other planters or whatever. That means that things stay nice and segregated. So right now, we actually don't have a lot of wheat being grown. Let me see if I can speed things up a little bit. Well, that seems to be doing something real nice here, finally. And for right now, the contents of these chests are not going anywhere. They're sitting right here. I don't have the extra storehouse built. I might actually do that next episode, or between this episode and next. We'll see. But the silo that's going to go off the end run here, I think that's going to be important for next before I get the second greenhouse tower going. So yeah, this is going up nice and quick. Here we go. I think that is almost 100%. Yep, see, I think that has... There you go. Very nice. Working efficiently. And I've got some wheat right there, which is always good to have. Now, as you can see up here, I put oak. Oak trees are the only trees I really know of that grow in such tight proximities. These are set up the same way. This puts its contents in the chest, and I've got an item conduit pulling out of it. I have this set to plant oak trees, and of course I set this on sticky mode, or the filter. It means the only planter these oak saplings will go to is right here. They won't go anywhere else in this entire chain, which makes it very nice. So I've already got a really quick supply of wood and apples. I'm going to fly those over to the storehouse real quick. I think this is going to be a really good solution for everything in general. There's oak. And let's see. Let's put those right there. By the way, overflow of beef and pork from the farm right there, from the livestock pens. That's been working at industrial speeds. So... now, what I'm considering is moving one of these in there and setting the planter to, I mean, not the planter, the harvester. Let me go look at this. Sheer leaves, no mushroom. There used to be one that says jungle trees. I thought. Maybe I want a fruit picker. I could swap one of those out in the new tower and put a fruit picker. I think that will redo those. I can't remember, though. I'm going to check. Yeah, I've never tried to grow cocoa beans with MFR. It's an interesting concept. I had potatoes and carrots over here, and I have moved those. They're right here now. I've got carrots right there and potatoes right there. I missed a block. I will get that corrected later, though. So, we've got one tower going. What I'm going to do in between this episode and next is get some of my seeds started up so I can actually get some real crops growing. That is something I'm going to be very excited about, so I can actually have, oh gosh, like a redstone crop here, glowstone here, maybe nether quartz here, gas tiers, blaze, coal. Then I could do gold, iron, you know, just one of each. I don't even have to do massive stockpiles. I think one of each will be fine. And that'll really get us kicked off towards having our own supplies. Yeah, I like that idea. So, I'm going to do some more work between this episode and next, and I think I'm going to see if I can get this set up. Maybe start on the actual storage tower. I'm going to extend this a little bit. But pretty much this is going to be the front wall, and it's going to be probably... This is a 7x7. I'm probably going to do 7x7 or maybe even 9x9. Just big vertical tower, and set it up for auto crafting and storage. I think that's going to be a really great system. Maybe not even auto crafting. I might just do that myself. So, yeah, I think this is going to be a good episode. I'm going to keep an eye on this this world save. I'm not ready to give up on this world save just yet because I'm still waiting. You know, I still want to get a couple of things finished. I want to finish the new sphere. I want to get the greenhouse and the self-sufficient resources with magical crops. I was hoping for more time to get into magic, blood magic to be specific, but I don't know. I think the clock is ticking out on this world, and I think people are starting to lose interest because it's still 164. 172 is knocking at the door, and everybody's wondering when I'm going to answer that door. So, this is Vaygrim signing out. Thank you very much for joining me. I'm going to buckle under and see if I can get some work done here. Until next time, thank you very much for swinging by. As always, I love it when you guys come watch my little projects, you know, and keep tabs on me. I appreciate you guys spending your time watching my videos. Also, keep your eyes out. Vaygrim.com, the new domain. We've got it up. We've got it running. We've got forums there, vaygrim.com/forum. And you can go there, register, totally free. Doesn't cost you anything. We've got a lot of really good YouTubers like Udaldor posting there. We've got some other new guys in the community like Mr. Xerox and Ace5852 is a really good guy. He's keeping the forums locked down tight. Also, consider taking a look at my Patreon. Link will be in the description to the video. Patreon.com/Vaygrim. You can support me in only one way. Keep watching my videos. Keep clicking the like button, giving me a thumbs up, maybe even sharing it with your friends. But if you can support me in other ways, consider Patreon. Thank you very much. This is Vaygrim signing out. Goodbye.